Welcome to BrewFix, where coffee meets craftsmanship. For decades, espresso has been defined by one number: pressure. 9 bars, 15 bars. More pressure must mean better espresso, right? But after years of repairing espresso machines and diagnosing flavor problems, I can tell you something confidently. Pressure alone does not create great espresso. In fact, relying on pressure as the main control variable is one of the biggest reasons espresso goes wrong. Today, I want to explain what pressure actually does, what it doesn't do, and why great espresso depends on far more than pushing water harder. Why pressure became the star of espresso. Pressure is easy to measure, easy to market, and easy to understand. Early espresso machines needed pressure to force water through fine coffee quickly, so pressure became synonymous with espresso itself. Over time, that technical requirement turned into a belief. Higher pressure equals better extraction. Manufacturers advertised pump strength, gauges were added to machines, and pressure became the most visible part of the system, even though it was never meant to work alone. What pressure actually does? Pressure does only one thing. It pushes water through resistance. It does not decide where water goes, how evenly it flows, or what compounds get extracted. Pressure is reactive, not intelligent. If resistance is uneven inside the puck, pressure will exploit those differences. Water accelerates through weak zones and avoids dense ones. This is why pressure doesn't create uniform extraction, it amplifies inconsistencies. Why pressure makes bad espresso worse. When puck structure is uneven, higher pressure increases erosion. Channels form faster, resistance collapses sooner, and over-extraction happens locally instead of evenly. This is why espresso can taste bitter, hollow, or sharp even when pressure looks perfect. From a BrewFix diagnostic perspective, pressure is often the messenger of a problem, not the solution to it. Flow is the missing piece everyone ignores. What actually matters more than pressure is flow. Flow determines contact time, extraction rate, and how compounds dissolve. Pressure exists to enable flow, not replace control over it. Machines that manage flow smoothly produce more forgiving and repeatable espresso, even at lower or varying pressure. This is why espresso quality improves dramatically when flow becomes predictable, not when pressure increases. Why pressure profiling isn't a magic fix. Pressure profiling is often misunderstood as advanced control. But profiling pressure without understanding flow behavior can still lead to instability. If resistance collapses mid-shot, changing pressure doesn't fix uneven extraction, it just changes how fast it happens. Profiling only works when the rest of a system, grinder, puck prep, water, temperature, is stable. Otherwise, it's just another variable to chase. Machine reality versus marketing claims. Many machines advertise high pump pressure numbers that sound impressive, but are irrelevant during real extraction. Espresso machines are designed to operate within a narrow effective pressure range. Beyond that, the limiting factor becomes puck structure and flow resistance, not pump capability. From a technician's point of view, pressure marketing often distracts users from addressing real issues like grinder consistency, valve response, or scale buildup. How technicians actually use pressure. Technicians don't use pressure to make espresso better. We use it to diagnose problems. Unusual pressure behavior tells us about blockages, scale, valve issues, or grind problems. Pressure is a diagnostic signal, not a flavor dial. When pressure behaves predictably, it means the system is healthy. When it doesn't, something upstream or downstream is wrong. What actually creates great espresso? Great espresso comes from balanced resistance, stable flow, consistent temperature, proper water chemistry, and a grinder that produces predictable particles. Pressure supports these elements. It does not replace them. When the system is stable, pressure quietly does its job and disappears from your attention. When it isn't, pressure becomes the scapegoat. Pressure is necessary for espresso, but it's not sufficient. Once you stop treating pressure as the hero and start treating espresso as a system, clarity replaces frustration. At BrewFix, this system's first thinking is how we fix machines, improve espresso, and eliminate guesswork. BrewFix, keeping your coffee machines running and your mornings caffeinated.